What's going on, guys? Tristan24 here and welcome back to another video. In today's video I have match week 40 championship predictions for you. So let's kick it off by going over last week's results. So the first game was Brentford against West Brom, a top of the table clash, and Brentford, I predicted them to win 2-1, but the final score was actually 1-0 Brentford. Next game was Charlton QPR. I predicted a 1-1 draw here, but the actual outcome was 1-0 Charlton. They're really doing well so far in their quest to get out of the relegation battle. Next game, Preston against Cardiff. I predicted 2-0 Cardiff. Final score was actually 3-1 Cardiff. And by the way, that's taken them into 6th place now, which is the playoffs place. And Preston are finally, after like ages in the playoffs, they are finally out of it. But not out of the running. They're still in that. Swansea Luton, I predicted a 3-0 Swansea win. What was I thinking? Ended up being 1-0 Luton. And that busts Swansea's promotion push, but you know, still 21 points to play for. Barnsley Millwall, I predicted 3-1 Millwall, but the actual outcome was only a 0-0 draw, so stalemate at Oakwell. Derby Reading, I predicted 3-1 Reading. Derby, it was actually 2-1 Derby, and of course at the end of the game there was some fights, and Tom Lawrence for Derby got sent off, as well as a Reading player, so they are both suspended. Birmingham Hull, I predicted 2-0 Birmingham. This was game of the weekend by miles. 3-3 draw. You know, it's sort of a fair result, of course a draw, but the teams won't think of it like that. Hull actually went 2-0 up. Leeds against Fulham. I said it was going to be a 1-1 draw, this one. Another top of the table clash. But Leeds, again, they won 3-0. So well done to them, and Fulham are really struggling without their fans. Stoke Middlesbrough, Neil Warnock's first game in charge. I said 2-2. Ended up being a victory for Middlesbrough, 2-0. Wigan Blackburn, this was the most surprising game of the weekend. I predicted 2-1 Blackburn. But Wigan are on amazing form, and they won 2-0. Wigan, next season, if they keep this form up, they could be up there. I'm telling you. Bristol against Sheffield Wednesday. I predicted 2-0 Sheffield Wednesday. Outcome was 2-1, so close to getting that one right. The final game of the weekend was Bristol against, Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield. I predicted a 1-0 win for Nottingham Forest. Ended up being 3-1. So Forest, they're boosting their hopes, and they're now in 4th place, while Fulham slipped to 5th. So let's get on with my predictions for this week. So the first game we have kicking off is, of course, Millwall versus Swansea. This one, whoever wins has the better chance of getting into the playoffs, of course, and the loser of this I see as out of the playoff race. So, being a Swansea fan, I really, really want Swansea to win this one, and I'm just going to back them for a 1-0 away win. Barnsley Blackburn. Barnsley have been doing well recently, and that's why I'm going to predict a 0-0 draw at Oakwell. Seems boring, but the outcome for it is actually alright for both teams. Cardiff Charlton. Two teams have been on great runs recently since lockdown and football's come back. But I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw at the Cardiff City Stadium. Reading take on Brentford, and I can't see anything but a Brentford win. I'm going for 3-0. QPR against Fulham is another tough game, but this is the game I reckon Fulham will get their first win after coming back. I'm going to say a 1-0. Leeds Luton. Of course, Luton just beat Swansea 1-0. But Leeds, you know, they have class. They're doing well at the moment. I'm predicting 2-0 leads. Wigan Stoke, again, Wigan are doing amazing at the moment. Stoke not so well, and they could really get hurt by all this by going down, but that's still like 21 points to play for. I'm predicting 2-0 Wigan. Preston against Derby, another playoff game really. Both teams 3 points off, but without Tom Lawrence for Derby, that's the only reason I'm saying a 1-0 Preston win. Birmingham against Huddersfield. Huddersfield actually dropped into the relegation zone from that defeat to Nottingham Forest, and because Hull picked up a point. And Birmingham, I can see them winning here 1-0, just about. Forest against Bristol. I'm saying this one to be a 3-0 Nottingham Forest win. Bristol, actually, they just seems like points 1 week and the next they don't. So really hard to predict for Bristol. Sheffield Wednesday against West Brom. West Brom, I don't think they picked up a point. Actually, yes, they did against Birmingham. At Sheffield Wednesday, getting them back on track, and maybe a late playoff push, you never know. And the final game of the weekend, arguably the biggest for the teams at the bottom, it is Hull City against Middlesbrough. And if Middlesbrough had Woodgate, I would have said a Hull win, to be honest, but Warnock, he knows how to get teams to win. He showed it against Stoke last week, and it's going to happen again. 2-0 Middlesbrough. So guys, they are my predictions. Of course, next I'll have the prediction recap for you all. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like if you do, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck to your team this week.